Hello.
Good evening.
Welcome to CHMA broadcasting from Sackville, New Brunswick, Canada. You're listening either on 106.9 FM in the Tantramar area.
Which is coming through the air, on the waves.
On the waves, on the beeps. No,
on traditional
I'm
radio.
Getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
Because you're right. That's just on like...
I think it is digitally broadcast. I don't think it's full analog anymore, is it?
Honestly, I don't know. It would be like one of the more analog systems still left. But I would say there are likely at least one digital part in the cog of the machine.
Operation.
Yeah.
Huh.
And that's just the way it is, especially when you have, as CHMA does, if you don't know, shows that kind of broadcast in from elsewhere.
Oh, like us from the airport here.
Yeah, often.
Pre-recorded live from the break room at Midgic Airport.
Exactly. Often we are pre-recorded live at the Midgic Airport Mare Room.
Yeah.
But sometimes we are in studio.
Yeah, on occasion.
We haven't been in quite a while.
We wander way into the...
Maybe we should sometime soon.
We could do a live
cut
just to prove to people that
we can still do
mostly live anyway.
Like, yeah.
When we use the term
true,
pre-recorded live, and it's
mostly live.
Cuts.
Yeah.
If I sneeze, it might get cut.
Yeah. That's about it.
Yeah.
Sometimes one of us goes on large rants that need to be cut.
And then the other says, we're not a Sunday evening political show.
Yes.
We're a Sunday evening show broadcast from an airport break room.
That's correct.
People tune in for the funsies.
Yeah. I don't know which one's which.
We might never know.
Might never know. But do you know what they don't know right now? Our names. This is ground control at YMC Midgic Airport. You're joining myself, someone who sometimes goes on large political rants or political plants.
And myself.
Air traffic controller Thomas.
Oh, and myself, air traffic controller Luke, who refuses to talk about politics on the radio if they're not silly.
Well, join us for the next... Yeah, a lot of the stuff right now is silly, though. Join us for the next
It's
hour.
not silly enough. It's got to have a silly factor of at least 27.
And it's only at like a 7 right now?
I don't know. It's hard to graph it when you don't know where the scale ends.
That's super fair. I thought the scale was ending at 10 still. That's where I put it. Join us for the next hour as we watch skies, listen to some tunes, chat, and we'll be done by and by. Both of us are all over the place tonight.
Oof, man,
already.
We're coming out of left airport field.
Yeah, look, we got some
that must
fields.
be a baseball term. Left field?
Yeah.
Is that like an odd place for a ball to go in baseball? I would think if you're swinging right, then the ball is likely to go left. No?
Yeah, right. I think you're right.
I'm asking you because you're the sports.
I know, but I'm going through the motions in my head. Yeah. It makes sense that if you are swinging right,
the ball would go left.
Yes, but the question is, I don't baseball. Baseball is one of the ones I know the least about.
All right.
Where, if you are right-handed, is your hand on the top or the bottom?
I would think on the top, but I'm going from golf.
Yes.
Where it would be the leading hand down, so I'd think bringing it up.
But would it switch because you have it on the other side?
I'm doing it in the air right now, and the opposite feels real weird.
Okay.
So I'm going to go right hand. But I do this every spring when I go water skiing. And I'm like, do you put so if you decide to go slalom and drop a ski.
Yes.
The one ski, because we use like not professional skis or real good skis. We just have like hobby grade.
Totally.
So but only one has the place for a second foot.
Yeah.
And I have in the past multiple times let go of the wrong ski and then found you don't have a parking space
for the other foot.
Yeah, and it gets a little dicey.
A little dicier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't know. I don't know how to answer your question. I don't know where out of left field comes from. Maybe it might not be airports.
One of our two listeners tonight is like, I can't believe it.
I know. It might not be baseball. Might be Who knows what else has a left field? Soccer. Out of left field could be soccer.
I don't know.
Because if you're kicking with your right foot, no, that would probably go a little bit more left as well, right? I don't know. I don't know anything about anything. We have a similar saying when we're not on air.
Yes,
but I don't know anything about anything. It's kind of like the ethos of the entire.
It's
network.
written on the wall here in Latin.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Which
we don't, which is what you want at air traffic control.
Exactly.
But we have a firm handle on air traffic control.
Yes, we just
everything outside of that.
Yeah, we don't know anything about anything else. That's why this show is specifically about everything other than air traffic controlling.
Yeah. Well, that, and we don't want to step on the toes of the Friday afternoon aviation students.
Yeah, what's your show called again?
I'll look it up and I'll give them the shout out later in the show.
Okay, that sounds
I was listening
good.
to them the other day. They were having a pretty interesting discussion about how commercial airlines have like a weight per passenger.
Yes.
They obviously don't weigh you when you get on
it's an
a plane. So they take an average and an average weight of luggage and they work that all out. And it's, they were discussing it. It's something in the I don't know. I want to say 140 pounds, which is
per person.
Yeah. And they were like, man, it seems low for a human.
But you got babies in there.
That's it. Babies, children, as soon as they're old enough to not be. So that brings it down pretty considerably.
That's super fair.
But then
and older folks are usually smaller as well.
Sometimes. But yeah, I know what you mean. Anyway, it was, I caught a good bit of it. I was out for a drive in the luggage cart.
Yeah.
I turned on the radio here at the airport and it was like, whoa, I'm listening about airport stuff while at the airport.
Out of the airport, yeah. Inception.
Turtles all the way down.
It's crazy to hear 140 average and be like, I'm not.
That?
Yeah.
Neither of us are that.
I don't think either of us could get that.
No, not in any healthy way.
No, exactly. And not that that's a bad thing. There are some people where that height is, my goodness, that weight is perfect.
Just fine.
It's crazy. Yeah. Bodies are weird.
Yes, they are.
Averages on bodies are even weirder. Don't listen to them. They're not even
real?
Half of the tail. Yeah, they're not real. They're not real at all.
Everything's made up?
Oh, most of the things in life are made up, and almost everything doesn't matter. That show really, for the kids listening.
Philosophy-wise, it's hard to beat Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Whose line is it? Where
everything's made up and the points don't matter?
Everything's made up and the points don't matter. You got Wayne Brady.
Yeah.
Still one of the greatest
improv performers,
I think, ever.
Yeah. And Colin Mockery. For
I was just about to say.
We want CanCon.
Yeah.
Man,
Colin Mockery is a kingpin, really. I'm not even joking. He really is a kingpin of improv comedy and Canadian comedy.
Yes.
For our fan in Portland who listens every week.
Yeah. He's one of us.
He's one of us. I'm sure you know, if you haven't specifically looked at Colin Mockery before, you look up the name right now. Do it.
Yeah.
He's Canadian. Very Canadian. Like Mike Myers. Elbows up. Oh, we're getting political. I didn't even mean to. I genuinely didn't mean to.
It's okay.
But do what we haven't got to yet.
The weather?
The weather.
You know what? And this week it's a true forecast because I have
no
not
clue.
looked at what the weather.
What do you think of the weather right now? So we are pre-recorded live, like we say every week.
Yeah, and this is Saturday, late afternoon, verging on the early evening for us.
5:11 p.m.
5:11. Oh, so we started almost on time, but an hour off.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, if
it's
it was
warm.
a time
It's 10
change,
degrees
we'd
out,
almost be like right
and
on.
The sun is out, and it's, when this is done, I might go for a little walk.
Yeah.
Get some sunshine.
It is actually quite nice.
It is.
What do you think's coming up this week?
Monday
going forward.
More of the same.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not even going to throw the curveball out and be like,
I've given up on winter. It was nice that it was here. I enjoyed it. We had a better one than the last few, so I shouldn't be begrudging winter for not having stayed longer.
You don't think
it's like
when you have a really good
when you have a really good party guest or like supper guest and then they leave and it's like, The conversation was great, but now it's over. Well,
yeah, really good MC at a wedding.
Oh dear, that's oddly specific.
Well, we did MC a wedding,
Folks.
I don't think it's a shot. We talked about it last week.
Did we?
Yes.
So we were going to MC a wedding?
MC a wedding for air traffic controller Dan.
Oh, right. Yeah, we gave him a shout out.
Yeah, well, he's been on the show, so
Yes.
gotta give him a shout out.
Yep, so we did that.
Congratulations to Jan.
Jan and Day?
Jan and Day. Yeah. Congrats to Jan and Day.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I'm you know what? I'm just calling it as we're gonna have a spring week. It's gonna spring is sprung.
Oh, spring
and it's
is sprung.
springing hard.
And it's gonna spring some more.
Yeah.
Well,
What do you got for spring like tunes?
Spring like tunes, you know what? So we got coming up.
You've been mining the ECMA business again?
I have again, yes. So I'm actually going to start. Usually I start with something really chill, you know, kind of vibe. I'm gonna kind of expand the listeners.
You're gonna pump up the jams.
No.
Oh.
I'm just bringing a different vibe.
Slow jam?
Just a different vibe. This one's just going to be a vibe because it's going to be a different vibe than what you're used to. This is going to be one of our global albums of the year nominees. Vish 10. The album is called Expansion, and the song is called Akuma.
Hit it.
That's Kuma. Really cool kind of blend of I don't want to just say Indian music because there's so much music from India.
Spectrum, yeah.
But yes, I am going to paint with broad strokes, go with a combination of Indian music and more, of course, Celtic music from right here.
In the Maritimes.
In the Maritimes. I almost said Nova Scotia. I did that last week, too.
Claimed we were in Nova Scotia.
We're in Nova Scotia. We're in New Brunswick. Lines are just made up now, aren't they? Anyway.
All right. What's going on in the world of sports?
Well, I got sports. I got some sports. Now, I did something a little bit different today.
Mm-hmm.
I just pulled up the year 1812.
That's That was quite a year.
Can't tell you any reason why I would have pulled up this year.
Yep, okay.
But I'm just going to read you facts from 1812. I'm sure there's going to be at least one sports fact in here.
Oh, this seems like a fine. Go on.
So, do you know one thing I will say, actually, because
this seems like thinly veiled political commentary.
100% is so thinly veiled you don't need to look that deep into it.
Okay.
But I kind of want to do this because I have been going to my Gold Star recipient this week. Didn't mean to come up this early, but Soper's the physio, physiotherapy here in town. I've been going for some issues from, a lot of people that work in the offices, work in booths like we do, and need to go to physiotherapy. I did. I found out that I might be taking a little bit more union time off than I thought, unfortunately. Don't need to go into it now, but...
No. You'll still come into the break room, though.
Oh, of course, just like we did over the summer.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I can come into the break room and sit. I was
going to say we could move it to the airport lounge, but the background noise.
There's a lot of sound in there. Yeah. You'll never hear Archie not screaming. He's always screaming up in the lounge. But I was talking to one of the workers there at Soper's, and again, Soper's Physiotherapy here in town. Please go to them. They're one of our Gold Star recipients this week. And we were talking about citizenship tests for coming into Canada.
Yes.
And how much more difficult the citizenship exam has become over the last few years.
I was not aware it had changed in a meaningful way.
You know what? I wasn't either, and I pride myself as someone who knows those sorts of things.
Well, especially working in an airport where you're I know we're not international.
No, but we have people that come through.
Well, you can hit the connecting flight out of Bucktooth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I went and did one of the practice exams.
Ooh.
So you need 15 out of 20 to pass.
Are you gonna can you keep your citizenship?
I got a 15 out of 20.
Look at you.
But my goodness, I am someone again who prides themselves
on knowing a thing or two about the country.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
I would say
I don't think I'd pass.
I would say the average Canadian citizen wouldn't have a shot. For example, who's the 8th Governor General?
Oh, no way.
Right?
Yeah.
I could go into more of the questions, but essentially all of them were very close to, I will say there were some a little bit easier, but my goodness, most of them were very, very specific. Like how many national parks are in Alberta?
Wow. That is, other than Banff, I can't tell you any. Jasper? Maybe is that Jasper, Alberta? No?
It is, Jasper.
Okay, so at least 2.
Can you write
presumably more?
Can you write at least 2?
Province. No, you can't write. Well, I don't know how it's.
I don't know how it's administered either, but the answer to that one's 5. 5. Would you? I wouldn't have.
No.
So yeah, God bless anyone going through that process right now.
Yeah.
But going back to the year of 1812, because I'm going to put you on the spot. I'm going to ask you a couple questions.
Oh no,
we're going through right now.
I've never tested well, folks.
Well, I honestly,
except for cholesterol.
Oh no, I don't expect you actually to know most of these, because I don't think anyone listening, you can follow along at home.
And if you want to argue semantics, we weren't really Canada yet.
No, that is correct, and you'll actually get that from like if I look at the federal government, you have the 7th Parliament of Lower Canada and the 5th Parliament of Upper Canada. And if you don't know what that means, we're in lower. If you don't know what that means, that's fine. Who is the monarch at this time, though?
Oh, probably already Queen Elizabeth, because she was
I
there for like
know,
several
right?
thousand years.
That's what it felt like. George the
no,
Third.
I was just gonna say
Dang.
King George.
Okay,
I
you got
really
it.
was.
You got it. It's George.
Because there were so many Georges that it's kind of a
It
cop
really
out.
is kind of a toss up.
Yeah.
How about this? Looking down just a little bit. Oh no, there's literally nothing. I was going to do a sports one.
There's nothing sports related.
There is nothing sports related. But what is sports related? Not sports related, but what is Canada related about the year
War of 1812?
Oh, the War of 1812. Sorry, I was going to say the year of 1812.
Well, there were some border skirmishes.
There were some border skirmishes.
And there was a White House.
There was.
Yes. And then it got burned by people who came from the geographical region that is now Canada.
That's correct.
Who just kind of went on a little trip down into the United States of America and burned the White excursion. House down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That happened in 1812.
And that I would suspect, take athletic prowess to do. And that is why.
Oh, you're really reaching this week, man.
That is why.
All right.
We're talking about.
I'll allow it, but I'm not happy about it.
I'm not happy about it either, man. I'm really not. Hey, do you want to listen to a couple more tunes?
Yeah, give me some tunes.
What do you want? I have I have a big stack here today. Did you add? Well, you did. You added to the stack at the end as well.
Yeah,
so.
I got some stack, but I'll save one for the closer because it's like a St. Patrick's Eve.
Oh
tune.
yeah, I like it.
But I put a Ludica tune in there that I don't think we've played before.
No, okay. So we'll do the Old Man Ludica tune.
Yes.
So she told me where to go. That's Old Man Ludica.
Mm-hmm.
We play a lot of Ludica.
Oh,
we might be
You're hearing more Ludica here than maybe any other radio station in the Maritimes.
Probably. If we're going like per, I'll say this actually for a fact.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty confident, like per show basis.
Yeah,
we are definitely in the top 3 Ludica in the world.
All right, I'm fine with that.
We play a lot of Ludica.
Yeah. And we're gonna play it till he's an old man.
Yeah. Even older man. Till he changes his name to Older Man Ludica.
Oh, wait.
I don't even hate that.
What song are you teaming up with my Ludica?
I'm going to put, I was looking at the, I think it was in like the blues category.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is the only song I've heard from them yet. Just don't know it yet. And then in brackets, one of those. She's my girl. Just don't know yet. In brackets, she's my girl.
All right.
Now, blues is not what I'm feeling, but like I haven't listened to the rest of the album, so the rest of the album could be super blues.
Mm-hmm.
But this particular song sounds to me
not
more like
bluesy.
Well, a little bluesy, but more in the vein of like the early 2000s, like Brit rock bands. You know what I mean?
So like the Oasis type.
No,
wrong
more.
type of rock.
That's like an early '90s.
No, that was late 90s.
No, we're looking like Arctic Monkeys.
Oh,
like more the dance.
Was that early 2000s?
Early 2000s, yeah, like the dancier.
I suppose
rock.
if you're looking at the early part of a millennium, we're still
early like in the aughts, like
okay.
Between 2000 2005, his Arctic Monkeys. Their first
Really?
album, their first album was like 2002 or something. They were like the first band that became like really famously became popular because of the internet. Isn't that weird? Like their first album was like the most
release.
Yeah, and like with the most downloaded album of all time still or something like that.
It's wild.
It is wild. But yeah, that song kind of reminds me more of that rocky dance Brit scene with Arctic Monkeys, The Killers, The Strokes. And that's Stompbox. The band is Stompbox. The album, Stompbox. I know. Song, Just Don't Know It Yet. In quotes, she's my girl. Not quotes, brackets. But before that, we have She told me where to go by Old Man Ludica?
Hit it.
Trumpet sounding and my angel comes. When the world is ending, I get my love. She told me where to go. She told me where to go. She said she wouldn't marry, but she'll be mine. Until hell freezes over, I bide my time. She told me where to go. She told me where to go. Cause when the world is ending, then she'll be mine. She told me where to go. She told me where to go. And so I do not hurry, and I do not rush, and I don't waste no effort. Oh, it don't be much. She told me where to go. She told me where to go.
She walked through the door. If he asked me about it, I wouldn't know what to say. But my life changed on that very day. She drives me crazy, I just couldn't tell you why. I'd say something to her, but I'm too damn shy. When I see her, I start to swear, but things couldn't get worse, I guess. Well, she just don't know it yet, but she's my girl. Next time I saw her, I grew up here and asked her out. Had a good time dancing to the twist and shout. Yeah, after not too long, things got out of line. But she was bringing me down and I wasn't feeling fine. No, you can't do this, can't do that. Can't wear my head down, can't wear a hat. She called me in the night, called me in the day. Can't do another when she's in my way. When I see her, I start to swear. Things couldn't get worse, I guess. Well, she just don't know it yet, but she ain't my girl. point if I just took my time. Yeah, that's when another girl walked right through the door. And she had me feeling like I never did feel before. Yeah, she drives me crazy, I just couldn't tell you why. I say something to her, but I'm too damn shy. When I see her, I start to sweat. Things couldn't get worse, I guess. Well, she just don't know yet, but she's my girl.
Oh!
Oh, yeah, there was now that you say it, like we both named some bands there
Yeah.
that last one kind of sounded like.
Yeah, like old Jack White, little
Jack White.
White Stripes, yeah.
Little Jet.
Yeah, little Jet, yeah. Aren't You Gonna Be My Girl by Jet, yeah.
There was vibes of
There were vibes.
echoes. There were. Do people use that term?
Echoes?
Yeah, like if you had a musical influence and you can hear it in your music.
Ooh, no, they don't, but I want to start using it.
It's yours.
I'm going to become, thank you. I'm going to
Take
become what's that thing called? Critic. I'm going to become a music critic now and use echoes of.
Class yourself up. Be a critique.
I critique music.
Uh.
And do you know what else you could critique? Things going on around town. Oh my goodness, it was a segue. There's actually not a ton going on in town. I wish I could give you more. A lot of
I got a shout out. I mean, it's
you got
not
a shout
until
out.
all the way on March 29th, which from now is
It's a little
weeks.
bit, but
I don't feel like we give enough credit to gardeners here on the show.
yeah, straight up.
But if you are into gardening or growing stuff or just like houseplants even,
Yeah.
all gardeners are invited to the Sackville Seedy Saturday,
Seedy Saturday.
a seed exchange happening Saturday, March 29th at 21 Bridge Street.
I kind of want some seeds.
Well, you could go. I give them very high marks for their naming of their seed
yes.
distribution event. Sackville Seedy Saturday. It's got alliteration.
It does.
A little bit of a double entendre.
It's just fun.
I think.
Yeah.
And if you, which we always discuss watching video on the radio,
Mm-hmm.
but if you saw the hand-drawn little lines around it and everything, listen, whoever did this, excellent work.
Top marks.
Top work. So if you're into caring for living vegetation,
Yeah.
check this one out.
Totally. You should. Do you know what else you should check out? Some of the news. We got two sources. We got two main sources. I'm just going to say them up top.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Wark, The Wark Times.
Yes.
Erica Butler
Yes.
of CHMA, who's hosting and broadcasting this, by the way.
I'm gonna cite some news from the town of Tantramar website.
Oh, wow. Well, mine
But
is...
we'll leave it for last. You go first.
I'm going to go first because Tantramar Council
Yes.
quashes dog park.
Really?
Full loop on this one. We've done, I think, 2 stories about this
We
already.
were on board.
Yeah,
And
the
now we're not.
Cantramar
Tantramar.
Council. I'm combining
Dark.
Bog dark. I'm combining a lot of words
Have you
tonight.
been celebrating St. Patty's a little earlier?
Oh, but you know what? I'm off work right now.
Mhm.
I will say I've had a Guinness.
Ah.
Yes, the one.
Well, sometimes one's all it takes to get your mix all talked out.
Yeah, apparently. So Tantramar Council
Yep.
has overwhelmingly against a plan to create a fenced-in dog park in Sackville, which would have cost just under $11,000.
Jeepers.
$11,000 is quite a bit, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose you need a fence.
You
Some
need
grass.
a fence, you need some grass, you need, I don't know, a fire hydrant, or at least a decommissioned fire hydrant in the
For the
middle of the
dogs
park.
to urinate on.
Exactly. I'm kind of conflicted just because from reading the article, most of the counselors are citing infectious diseases and like having the cleanup, like the cost of cleanup, and for other. There are dog parks all around New Brunswick. How often do you hear of infectious dog diseases being spread
through the dog parks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like dogs really get covered with most of the main vaccines and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And my other, like every dog park I've been to has actually been quite clean because it seems like the people that use it tend to be fairly respectful.
If you're taking your dog all the way to a park so your dog can have socialization, you're probably in the top third of dog owners.
Yeah, it's very true.
You know.
The Councillor Matt Esterbrooks closed off discussion by saying that in his addition to the concerns about disease and aggression, he felt the project was just too a low priority. I wanted to point out Matt Esterbrooks because I feel like the concerns about disease and aggression are just like made up to pretend like they can just push off this project because it doesn't matter. And Matt S. Brooks very much just said, this project doesn't matter. I'd rather that. Just tell me it's not a concern of council.
Not a priority.
Not a priority, sure.
Is the,
yes,
the public servant way of saying it.
Sure. Tell me it's not a priority. That's fine. Just say it's not a priority of yours because you have other things going on. At the end of this, right after the vote, the council approved $126,000 expense to purchase a new dehumidifier for the Civic Center. But obviously, a dehumidifier for the Civic Center is going to help more people than...
Getting awful political here.
I don't think I'm trying to be.
Okay.
I'm genuinely not trying to be. Maybe that is added in the article. Maybe that was Erica Butler's choice to add that in the article, kind of as if this was only 11,000, they put 130,000 expended for a dehumidifier.
All right.
I didn't read it as that though. As I read him, like we're just spending 130,000.
As I was hearing it, it sounded a bit. Anyway, that's all right.
This $126,000 expense is going to be used. Like we need a new dehumidifier for the Civic Center. There's a combination of a lot of water and ice in there, and I'm sure we need some sort of dehumidifying system for it.
Fair enough.
That apparently costs $126,000. Do we need an $11,000 for a new dog park when people go there go to the Civic Center all the time to use the ice?
I don't know.
That's kind of...
Could we put the dog park in the Civic Center?
Can we put the dogs on ice and then charge people to come see them?
I'm sure people have seen dogs on ice.
I would pay it, and I would pay to see air traffic controller Archie on ice. I would love to see someone teach him how to do some tricks on ice. What's your news?
My news, man? We need the intro song for Bridge News.
Bridge News. Yeah, we got some bridge news. We do have some bridge news.
Did you come across it as well?
I did.
That at the end of March, the overpass. Let's just be townies here for a sec.
Yeah,
the overpass up by the Tim Hortons and the McDonald's.
Yeah, finally going to get worked on.
Finally getting work done before the end of the month.
Yeah,
DTI, Department of Transportation and Infrastructure, has let the town know. The town is letting us peasants know.
Yeah.
That.
Well, did you see Mr. Black's, Mayor Black's statement?
No, I did not. I saw the town release.
I don't know what the town release said, but even in Mayor Black's statement, he very much, what's the word I'm looking for? Politely poo-pooed.
DTI.
in that it said that it was, although very late or something like that, not altogether timely. I don't know how you would PR that, but
Yeah.
essentially being like, while this is wildly too late, it is now coming.
Well, a lot of bridges in the province,
There's one or two.
and only a couple of DTI bridge crews. And I don't know if you know anything about the province. Oh, this is getting political.
It's not even me this time.
Our province is not what you would call well-to-do.
Oh, we're one of those poverty provinces,
yeah.
eh?
The equalization payments.
We get them.
They don't flow out of here.
No, they come to here from other provinces because we need them. Because if we didn't have them, we
Our
wouldn't
bridge
exist.
is getting fixed. One of our 2 top bridge stories for the year is going to get resolved.
Then
Man,
we'll
imagine
only
the
have
celebrations.
one. Man, we're gonna have to have a party here.
We'll wear party hats at least.
We will have to invite a guest.
Oh, will we?
Yes,
A bridge celebrity?
a bridge celebrity.
A bridge
We might.
player? No,
maybe-
that's a different thing.
I do that sometimes. Bring in ATC Dan for another episode or something.
For the bridge celebration.
Bridge Zaganza.
All right. You got some other tunes?
Yeah, I got a couple more tunes. Well, you got a tune, right?
Honestly, I can't remember.
You wanted The Road to Guysborough. Guysborough by the Stanfields.
These are our last tunes?
Yeah, we only got 2 more tunes.
Yeah, no, because it's tomorrow, St. Patrick's Day. Some of you may be celebrating now.
It's true.
Actually, driving down back to the airport, I had to come through the busy metropolis of Sackville proper. I
Gross.
saw some people out that I was convinced were already celebrating.
That's right. A lot, really bright greens.
A lot of greens.
I drove through town during lunch.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them out at like 12:30.
Starting early.
Good for them.
Days early. But anyway,
Good for them.
I thought to myself, who's got some big St. Patrick's Day vibes out of the Maritimes?
Yeah.
Stanfields.
Stanfields.
Great live show if you ever have the chance.
Oh,
A
do you
lot
know
of
what?
energy.
Do you know what I forgot to do? We'll get to Stanfields in a second. What's your gold star?
Oh, my God.
Because I already said mine earlier, so I just skipped right over it.
You did. I'm being strangely personal this week.
Okay.
Dorchester Fire Department this past week.
Yeah.
We'll just say Gary and Jason.
Yeah.
People in Dorchester probably know them. And if you're elsewhere, they're pretty active around. 30 years of service with the Dorchester
Wow.
Fire Department. 30 years in a volunteer position.
That's crazy.
That is
That's a
that
lot.
is no joke.
No, it's not. Good for them.
And I know that there are things in the works and quotes have been done for a new Dorchester Fire Department building because they've been.
Yes.
But we've discussed it before that like the amount of care that goes in to keeping a facility like that running for decades and decades and decades. So the fact that some of their fire department volunteer firefighters have been there for decade
30.
and decade and decade,
Yeah.
they're getting that gold star.
100%. Stanfields.
Hit it.
We got The Road to Guysborough. And then just before that, I'm going to give you Jerry Can by Jerry Robin Ashley.
Right place, right on time, sur une belle tour en verre au milieu du désert. Get two for the price of one, ça c'est mon jour de chance, même quand t'as plus d'argent. Rien à faire, assis trop longtemps. Sur ce banc, j'hallucine lentement. Un scénario de flamme qui me met en joie en pognant ma jerrycan. paupières à l'aube ce matin. Some things in the air, sifflait mon pire collègue avant de se faire la malle. J'attends plus, je brûle mes dernières pièces. Belzébuth quand je me vois la face dans les verres du building. Mon rêve américain en serrant algéricaine. Moderne solitude, engagé consciemment, épuisé constamment. Right place, right on time. Ce lundi c'est ta chance, on teste nos performances. L'odeur du fuel dans mes narines. Moi je m'en fous si personne me comprend. I'll try to get them all for the price of one en versant ma jerrycan.
Are you just going along with it?
Yeah, I'm skit-scatting with the song.
Okay.
You know?
Are you going to continue to skit-scat with upcoming radio shows here on CHMA?
Oh! No.
Okay.
What do you got going on, though?
Friday afternoon, you can tune in. I told you that we were going to shout out our pilot friends.
All right, you did.
Yep. So 2 o'clock Friday afternoon, the PIREP Aviation Society live show. Catch them live.
Okay.
Bunch of young guns going to be pilots.
Top Guns.
I don't think so.
Oh.
Because it's more of a military position. They're more in the commercial field. But, you know.
But if they're young guns, there's going to be at least one Top Gun.
Presumably so.
Yeah, one Top Gun. Right after us.
Yes.
Right after this show, Sundays.
Immediately after.
7 p.m.
Yes.
CHMAFM.com.
Mm-hmm. Or
Also
106.9 on the traditional radio.
In the Tantramar area.
Mm-hmm.
You got Under the Needle.
Yep.
Formerly known as, actually.
Live on
Under the Needle.
KEXP.
That's what it's called now, yeah. Live on KXP, bringing you the very best of their world-renowned live, in-studio, and remote performances each week. They got a new live session from an emerging artist or a well-established act, spanning styles, genres, and cultures. They've had everyone in the world. Name anyone.
Sloan.
They've had Sloan, you're right. They've also had other Canadian acts like Purity Ring, Tegan and Sarah, and coming up for an ECMA,
Mr. Jeremy Dutcher.
Jeremy Dutcher, that's right. You can find the full video of all of their live performances on KEXP.
Or you can just listen to them here.
You can listen to them here.
You can do it by doing nothing.
That's
by
right.
actively leaving your radio on. You'll hear it.
Next. Right after that, Sundays at 8 p.m., we have Black Atlantic, a primarily Black Atlantic-centered podcast, website, and media channel with the goal of bringing Atlantic POC voices to the world, hosted by Clinton Davis.
When I grow up, I want to be as well-spoken as Clinton Davis.
Me too. And Hilary LeBlanc. When I grow up,
Either one. Yeah.
I want to be as well-spoken as Hilary LeBlanc. Black Atlantic is a social purpose organization focused on providing platforms of perspective towards the diversity of being Black in Atlantic Canada while challenging common stereotypes. You can check them out at www.blackatlantic.ca. Follow them on Spotify and visit their YouTube page. What's on right after that?
Gosh, I am actually blanking. I know I hear it every week.
Rough. Listen to the Night Shift with Luca Capone.
Not Luca Capone. This week his Instagram's been filled with Korean food.
Is that right?
Gosh, it just makes you so. Like a couple weeks ago, it was all traditional delis, and I thought I was hungry.
Oh,
but anyway,
man,
yeah,
I need to follow Luca Capone on the social medias.
Yeah, one of those ones Meta owns that we don't participate in.
Oh, we don't participate in any of them anymore.
Well, the show doesn't, but I relapsed.
Yeah, 100%. Look, get off social media.
Yeah,
but also I do partake in
a little bit of social here and there.
Well, Facebook Marketplace.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I know, right? Like both of us. I think like Facebook Marketplace is made for a certain breed of human being.
Mm-hmm.
Well, some people avoid it like the plague.
There is no better story to be read in the Western world than reading a classified ad.
Yes.
And then now having the ability to read other classified ads and see what the same person has sold.
Exactly.
It is.
You get a holistic picture.
The peak of entertainment.
That you never would have gotten before.
No.
Get off social media. But I do have something else to say. I think if you're listening, thank you to CHMA for hosting and broadcasting. You can check them out at chmafm.com and chmafm on all the socials. Yep. Give us a shout out on none of the socials. You won't find us anywhere. If you do, it's not us. It is fake. We do not partake.
Send us mail at the CHMA studio.
Yep.
Or you can email us.
Yeah, you can actually email us.
More.
Yeah, if you want to email.
If you are our singular listener from Portland, Oregon, we would still love to hear how you ended up listening to a couple of East Coasters.
100%. ATC at Midgic Airport is the email. That's the only way to get a hold of us. If you want to get a hold of us any other way.
Unless you come to the airport.
Please do.
Yeah.
Honestly, right now, economy, come to the airport. Come find us.
Mm-hmm.
Come find us at Midgic Airport. Literally come find us at Midgic Airport.
Have a great evening, folks.
Headed back home on the Merlin Road with my head in the clouds one night, taking each step with the beat of my heart, guided by the pale moonlight. I was whistling along with the loons on the lake and think about me